Hello Internet! Today we're doing an Arena Cube draft. Um, Taking a look at this pack here, a couple of things catch my eye. Murderous Rider is just like a very solid removal spell and creature. Watery Grave is good fixing. Abrade is a really good removal spell, flexible, can hit creatures or artifacts. Johnny's interesting, but I don't really want to jump into two colors right off the bat. And Llanowar Elves is always just a strong, strong pick. I think green is quite good in this cube. I'm mostly debating between a Braid, Murderous Rider, and Elves. I'm gonna take the Murderous Rider. Ooh, Cloudblazer, that's a fun card. There's also Elspeth's Nightmare, which is very strong. And Rankle. Rankle's interesting. Might be able to do something with Rankle. And Blood Artist is... I think that there's like a black-red sacrifice deck where Blood Artist would be pretty good. Boketra's Monument is another fun one. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you get a 1/1 white warrior. So that'd be pretty good with like Rankle or Blood Artist. Just make a bunch of tokens. I think I'll just take Rankle. Could take Elspeth's Nightmare, but I kind of like just having a lot of these kind of like cards that are interaction and threats. I guess Murderous Rider's not very threatening, 2/3 lifelink, but can pressure Planeswalkers is more what I meant. Okay, so Niv Mizzet Reborn is a fun card, but probably not where I'm at here. Dread Wanderer seems pretty good. Works well with like the sacrifice theme. Witch's Cauldron, also good with the sacrifice theme. Pathway is a good card. Agonizing Remorse is strong. That's just a generically powerful discard spell. I don't necessarily know if I'm doing the sacrifice thing yet, and I'm pretty sure Dread Wanderer will wheel if the sacrifice deck is open. So I think I'm just going to take Agonizing Remorse. There's also some thought for Feed the Swarm, because there are a number of powerful enchantments, and this gives a way of interacting with that, but I think I like Agonizing Remorse. It's just, like, pretty consistently good. Wow, well, we got a lot of stuff here. So if we want to do the sacrifice thing, Reassembling Skeleton is quite good. Doom Foretold is great card in any sacrificey deck. Croxa is very strong. Enforcer's decent. Arcfiend is interesting. It's actually pretty good with Rankle, because you can choose, you can play Rankle on 4, and then on turn 5 play Arcfiend, and then discard to Rankle, making a counter on their whole team. I think I'm going to take the Doom Foretold. It's the strongest, like probably has the highest upside out of the cards that we've seen so far. And I kind of like Doom Foretold decks are just fun to play in general. Prophetic Prism seems good in a Doom Foretold deck. Yeah, I'll take that. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so there's Concealed Courtyard, which would be very good. Corpse Knight would be fine, but I think it's got to be Luris. Luris is very good with Doom Foretold. I'm not planning on companioning it. It's just a really solid card on its own. 3 mana, 2/3 lifelink, easy to cast if I'm playing black-white. And then I can, like, get back a Prophetic Prism for my graveyard to keep sacking to Doom Foretold or something. I like that. Okay. Bolas's Citadel, you say? Do I have enough life gain to make that work? Maybe. There's also Crypt Breaker. I don't think that's where I want to be at. And there's a Vraska's Contempt, which is just a generically powerful card, but yeah, I'll take a Bolas's Citadel. We can have some fun with that, I'm sure. Like, this seems like the kind of deck where it could be good. Black-white is where I'm most likely to have life gain to buffer so that I actually can cast spells when I finally get around to playing the Citadel. Turn target creature card, converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, I'll take that. I guess Whisper. I am really hoping I don't play that. I don't think I'm playing Obosh. Obosh seems pretty bad in my deck. Enclave. I don't like colorless lands in a deck that's playing a triple black card and is not mono black. I'll take the Whisper. Blood Artist? Blood Artist seems pretty good. Ministrant is decent. Debating if I want the Ministrant or the Blood Artist. I think I'll take the Blood Artist. I can get it back with Luris, which is nice. I'm gonna take the Feed the Swarm here. Cauldron seems pretty good, but I'd rather just have a way of... Well, Feed the Swarm is not very good with Bolas's Citadel. If I'm playing white, I'm gonna have ways of... Okay, I talked myself into Cauldron. Like, I really just want to minimize how many life loss effects I have. Because those... They don't stack well. Like, you can play one card that loses you some life, but if you play, like, 3 cards that lose you life in the same game, you're probably just losing that game. I'll take the Reassembling Skeleton. Very good. Good with, I guess you can play it untap with Luris, but it's good with Doom Foretold and Rankle. Village Rites is nice. Happy to see that. Okay, so we're drafting a black-white sacrifice deck. Anointed Procession. Do we have anything that makes tokens? Doom Foretold. This pack's very good. Castle Lochthwain is really solid. God Pharaoh's Gift is kind of interesting. I'm like kind of tempted to take the God Pharaoh's Gift. I could also just take like a Banishing Light as just like a solid removal spell. Let's take God Pharaoh's Gift. It seems fun. We're here to have fun. Okay, Overwhelming Splendor is good, but I've got a lot at the top of my curve already, so I don't think I really need that. Languish. Languish is interesting. So this is best of 3, so there are some matchups where I would want a Languish. I don't think I'm taking Hostage Taker because I'm pretty sold on this Doom Foretold plan. Arch of Orazka is strong, but again, it's a colorless land in a deck with pretty heavy mana constraints. I'll take the Languish. I might not play it main deck. Unclear as of yet. Huh. Okay, that's an interesting one. Shepherd of the Flock. There's a Massacre Worm. Massacre Worm's a good one to get back with Godpharaoh's Gift. It can have kind of like a Reanimator sub-theme with like Rankle to discard, Whisper, and Godpharaoh's Gift to get back. I'll take the Massacre Worm. See what we can do here. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Sacrifice 2 other creatures, any number of players. Okay. Priest is a really good sack outlet, but I think what our deck needs more than a sack outlet is sack fodder. So I'm leaning towards Skyclave Shade. I want the creatures to sacrifice more than I need the things that allow me to sacrifice. Okay. Agadeem's Awakening would be good in this deck, or could be good in this deck. Chainer's Edict is just a very strong card in general. Thinking about that. There's also Indatha Triome and Cruel Celebrant. What is Celebrant? Another thing you control dies. I think I'm just gonna take the land. I've got a lot of playables, so I'm not worried about making playables. So I just want to make sure my mana's good here. Wow, 2 really good cards. I've got Midnight Reaper and Woe Strider. Woe Strider gives me a free sack outlet, which seems pretty strong. Midnight Reaper is just a really, really good card. I think I like the Reaper. I'm not positive on that. That could be. I don't. The Woe Strider might be stronger in my deck, but I don't know. Lose a life and amass 1. Dreadhorde Invasion seems fine. Blood Crypt could help me splash something, maybe. I guess I'll take the Dreadhorde Invasion, but I might not play it. Again, the having a lot of things that lose life is, they just get so much worse in multiples. I like Brain Maggot. Brain Maggot's a pretty good one. Gives me a piece of interaction early. Body to sacrifice later if I need to. Okay, I'll take the castle here because I'm not... There's, like, very low cost to adding it to my deck. Back for more. There's, like, a small chance I play back for more if I find other, like, free green sources and more ways of getting stuff into my graveyard. And more things to get into my grave. It would take a lot. Okay, well, Space Godzilla is a card that puts itself in the graveyard. It is quite bad with Bolas's Citadel. Getting an 8-drop on top when you play Bolas's Citadel is not really what you want. And the Death Touch counter is kind of real because I've got a bunch of, like, 1/1s here. Not playing Idol of Endurance. Okay. Pretty happy to just pick up a Godless Shrine here. I've got a bunch of playables already, so I'm not worried about that. And I might not be playing the Godpharaoh's Gift yet. That's If I find a gate to the afterlife, then Godfarrow's Gift becomes really solid. If I don't, then it's a little sketchy. Wow, we got a lot of good cards here. Okay, I don't think we can Demonic Pact. Liliana is pretty good. Mentor of the Meeks would actually be pretty solid in our deck. We do actually have a lot of small creatures. Seasoned Hollowblade is a way that I could get big things into the graveyard to reanimate. Perilous Mirror is a small creature that likes to be sacrificed. What do I want here? Cleric is another land. I guess I like Perilous Mirror. Yeah, I'll take the Perilous Mirror. Wow, a lot of good stuff here. Okay. So Golden Egg is good with Doom Foretold. Obliterator is just a great card in general. It is a little taxing on the mana. Although I am like very, very heavy black, so like there's a chance I could just play Obliterator. Gutterbones seems good though. Having more sack fodder, I think, is what I want. I might wheel the Obliterator because no one else can be playing as like. I would be very surprised if anyone else was as heavy black as I am, like heavy enough to play the Phyrexian Obliterator. Vengeful Rebel seems pretty good. How many sack outlets do I have? Okay, I got a good handful. Yeah, I'll take the Vengeful Rebel. Alright, what am I looking to cut here? So probably not playing this Void Beckoner. Probably not playing Godfarrow's Gift. Eldest Reborn is just a very strong card. I'll take Eliminate. I may or may not play it. Okay. When your opponent loses life, you gain that much life. I don't think I'm playing Exquisite Blood. So I'll just take a Temple in case there's like a matchup where I want to side in this back for more or something. Whoa, okay, I want start to finish, Hidden Stockpile, Shadow Sphere. Hidden Stockpile seems pretty good. I think that's the card I want. It's just like, it's an enabler and a payoff. Gives me a way to sacrifice creatures if I need that. Gives me a stream of things to sacrifice. Okay, so this is 3 lands, so I'm at 24 right now. Bloodchief's Thirst is just a good card. I don't think I want Ancestral Blade. I'll just take the Bloodchief's Thirst. Skyclave Cleric I think I want now, just because I'm like really good on playables and would rather just have a card that can be a land when I need it to be. Lamia, but I'm not playing it. I'm probably sideboarding this Massacre Worm at this point, but I'm not positive on that. I'll have to look on, figure out how many cuts I need to make here. I guess I'll take the land. Okay. Alright. Let's lay out our deck. How do I change the layout? No. How do I change the layout? Go sideways. do the sideways thing. Nope, that's not what I want. I want those sleeves. Like a button to like change the layout somewhere. You would think I would know this with how much Arena I play. Ah, there it is. Okay. So, we're at 43 cards. That's too many planes, but I'll deal with that later. So this is how many lands? 17 lands. Actually 18 though, because they have the Skyclave Cleric. So I can cut a planes. Cut another planes for a swamp. I don't know how to add swamps without going back to that mode. Trying to decide what my last two cuts are. So I could cut Massacre Worm, that's an option. I could also cut, like, Eliminate is on the maybe board, or maybe cut. Inscription. Return creature card converted mana costs 2 or less. So that's getting Skyclave Cleric, Blood Artist, Brain Maggot, Skeleton. Well, I wouldn't really like Shade. That doesn't really do anything. Perilous Mirror, Gutter Bones. I don't think Inscription's that good. It's like decent, and there might be a matchup where I want it, but I think I can live without it in the main deck anyways. How much removal do I have? I have this Blood Chief's Thirst. Vengeful Rebel, and Murderous Rider. And then, like, kind of Rankle, Doom Foretold, Eldest Reborn, Massacre Worm. I think my deck is pretty good against aggressive decks. Just I've got a lot of, like, early plays, a lot of ways to just kind of clog up the ground. So I'm going to cut the Eliminate and side that one in when it's good. Think that's good. I like that. Okay, we'll go ahead and queue up. Here we are for round 1. I am on the draw. My hand's a little on the slow side, but I think it's fine. Because what I'm really hoping to do is play the Skyclave Shade, and then on turn 4 play Rebel plus Rights, so I'd like to have some more early plays. Prophetic Prism is a pretty good play. Just gives me a thing for when I draw my Doom Foretold. Okay. So they probably take my Rebel or my Village Rights here. My guess is Village Rights. Yeah. And they milled an island. Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and play out this Skyclave Shade. Looks like my opponent's a more controlling deck based on Watery Grave, Glacial Fortress, Thought Erasure. So I'm more likely to be the aggressor here. And because of that, I think I'm just going to run out this Vengeful Rebel. My opponent is just not likely to have that many creatures that Vengeful Rebel interacts favorably against, so I'd rather just have the threat on board to pressure like a Planeswalker that they might play or something. Play Whisper. It's pretty bad here, but... Brazen Borrower. Okay. Well, I can, not this turn, or not next turn, but I think the following turn I might be able to... Ooh, Dreadhorde Invasion. That's interesting. I think I'll just do that instead. Yeah, I'll just Dreadhorde Invasion and Skyclave Cleric this turn. So I get a zombie. I play Whisper. Oh, I could have played a Plains to play around Quench. I don't know if Quench is in the cube or not. Go ahead and play this Prophetic Prism. Attack. And then when it gets to be my turn, I'm gonna hold full control before I untap so that I can oh. Wow. I thought that it was gonna... I didn't realize that it was auto-passing to my turn. That's unfortunate. I had been planning on... Oh, now it gives me the stop. I was hoping to, while the Dreadhorde Invasion trigger is on the stack, use Whisper to sack the two things so that I get a fresh army. But it's fine, whatever. Go to main phase. I'm gonna play Perilous Mirror. And then I will go to combat. Attack with those two. And then I think I'll just end my turn. I can do this instant speed. Yeah. Okay, here I'll go ahead and use the... I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to let them hit me one more time, because this way they can't really play another creature, because if they play another creature... Oh, it's a Realm Cloak Giant. Never mind then. Okay, Whisper... So I can't target one of the creatures I'm sacrificing, it seems, right? Okay, then it doesn't do me any good to Whisper, I think. Because I could get back the Vengeful Rebel, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, it does, because that way I can shoot my opponent with the Perilous Mirror. So I'll sack the Mirror and the Cleric, I guess. I'll shoot my opponent. Get back the Vengeful Rebel. Yeah, Realm Cloak Giant's a good one. Ooh, I like Rankle. Rankle's very nice. So I'll Rankle, and then I will attack. Each player discards a card, and then I'll make each player... do I want to draw? I'm not going to draw this turn, because I don't want to draw my opponent into an answer for the Rankle. Because I really want to make sure I kill their Realm Cloak Giant with the Sacrifice Creature ability on Rankle first. Ooh, Reassembling Skeleton's quite nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. Alright, let's attack with Rankle. Now I'll say each player sacrifices a creature. I'm not going to make us draw because I'm ahead on board here, so they're kind of the ones under the gun. They need to draw. What is oops? It's not oops. I didn't want to draw. Oh, they meant oops on them. Okay. For playing it into the Rankle, I guess. Yeah, I'll just get back the reassembling skeleton. Yup. Play my Witch's Cauldron. That's a nice one. And then I will go to combat. I'm not going to attack there because I want to sacrifice the skeleton. Okay. I am not going to do anything. I will sacrifice the skeleton to draw and gain a life. And I guess I'll just wait on getting the skeleton in case they have exile all creatures or something. Okay. Yeah, it's very good.
All right. Who's ready for a good time?
Ooh. They probably wanted to wait there. That does not work the way they want it to, I don't think. Because now I can just make them sack a creature. So with the fairy, you want to plus it first, because you can plus it on your turn and then minus it on your opponent's turn, and then their thing is phased out on their turn when you want it to be, so it can't like deal damage to you or whatever, or attack. And then also your Teferi stays around. Okay, so based on what I saw, what do I want to change? What do I want to change? Well, the Vengeful Rebel seems not terrible, but not great either. Whisper seems pretty meh. Massacre Worm seems pretty meh. Inscription of Ruin seems pretty good, because I can make them discard cards. So pretty effective mode. God Pharaoh's Gift, maybe? How do I feel about God Pharaoh's Gift? It's a slow enough deck that I might actually get to use my God Pharaoh's Gift, and if I get it going, it's pretty strong. I don't know, though. It's only getting me back and forth. Like, none of my things are, like, that strong of targets to get back with it. Could just, like, leave in the Massacre Worm. They do have a handful of targets for it. I don't hate that. Yeah. Yeah, hand's good. Okay. I'm not actually going to play the Triumph on 1 because there's a chance I want to cycle it later. Yeah, Mirror on 2. Prophetic Prism to draw. Attack my opponent for 1. And I'll just hold up rights. You're eliminating my... It seems aggressive. Unless maybe they have like a card that they are trying to protect. Like a Planeswalker or something. Definitely playing a land. I think I'm gonna Brain Maggot, see what they've got going on here. Wrath of God, Doom Foretold, Thought Erasure, Teferi, Platinum Angel. Okay, Doom Foretold is quite bad here for my opponent. Because I just have more fodder than they do to sacrifice. I'll take the Wrath, because otherwise they would just Wrath and get back whatever I took. Okay, I have my graveyard to get back. Okay, well, I'll start by just attacking with my Gutter Bone, see what my opponent does. Okay. Debating if I want to save this to kick it. So 3, 6. I could just like Murderous Rider my opponent's Knight. I think I will save the Inscription to kick it. Like, I'm just not under that much pressure. This History of Benalia is not too threatening here. Yep. Okay. And I'll Murderous Rider the token, so I can just play Murderous Rider on my turn. Play Murderous Rider. Now I'm trying to decide how much I want to play around that, the Giant. Well, I'll attack first. I'll hold the Skyclave Cleric for now and just cycle the Triome. Yeah. And I'm fine just taking 4 here. Yep, that's fine. So my opponent does finally have blue. Castle Locked-Wayne, I like that quite a bit. Okay, Midnight Reaper's a nice one. So, do I want to play the Midnight Reaper? So the tricky thing here is that my opponent's probably going to cast Thought Erasure next turn, so I want to get the good cards out of my hand. I had been hoping to Inscription of Ruin with all the modes, but I think now I'm just going to make my opponent discard 2. Okay, I'm actually glad to see the Platinum Angel go there, because that was a card I was a little bit worried about. Like, if I didn't have a good answer to it, that would actually be really kind of awkward for me. I'm going to play the Skyclave Cleric tapped so that they'll whiff on their Thought Erasure next turn. Yep. They left their card on top. I'll cast the Eldest Reborn. Get in. Opponent goes to 1. Play my castle. Alright, good game. So that was round 1. I'm gonna run it back. I will see you all in round 2. This game seems pretty good. Like, I'm not casting this Massacre Worm for a long time, but that's okay. I'll get a look at what they've got going on with the Brain Maggot, and I can use Reassembling Skeleton with Hidden Stockpiles, a nice little combo. Plus, Brain Maggot's really good against mulligans. So, Wow. That's a lot of really good cards, but not a lot of lands. I guess I take Fauna Shaman because it's the only card that they can play. Knight of Autumn might get to blow up our hidden stockpile. I'm trying to decide how much I care about that. I think that the thing is, if I leave them with Fauna Shaman, then they'll probably be able to, like, pitch a card. Like, they'll be able to search up Mana Dorks, probably, so I'll take the Fauna Shaman. Hand has a lot of good cards in it, just not a lot of lands alongside those good cards. Well, I'll attack them here. I'm going to play the Skyclave Shade. I'm not going to play the Hidden Stockpile yet, because if they hit a land, they'll probably just be playing a Knight of Autumn, and I don't want to give them a target for it. This is interesting, whether they choose to gain 4 or put counters on it. Oh, I forgot Brain Maggot's also an enchantment. Whoopsies. Yeah, I probably should have taken the Knight of Autumn. I had forgotten that they'd be able to blow it up. Yep, that's fine, and then I can Hidden Stockpile post-combat, and I will get the servo. So being stuck on 2 lands is a little rough. Our opponent's drawing out of their mana problems, and they've got just a ton of gas in their hands, so I'm not feeling great about this game. Yikes, shall I? Okay. I guess I shade. This is so bad. Shade, and then just sack it. This feels bad. Get a scry. Murderous Rider's pretty good. Murderous Rider can at least kill the Shalai. Gosh, we're gonna lose so bad. We just missed for too long. Like, we missed too many land drops in a row. Because, like, by the time I Murderous Rider their Shalai, they're already gonna have, like, Collected Company or Vivian Reed, or they just got tons of stuff going on. Tendershoot Dryad. Okay, well, that actually weirdly gives me an outback into this game. Because now, if I can get to Massacre Worm, I'll be okay. So, new plan is survive so that I can cast a Massacre Worm and blow up a whole bunch of Tendershoot Dryad tokens to win.
Wild animals I like. People, not so much. That can't help you now.
Okay, I destroyed that. No blocks. Well, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So if I play the Perilous Mirror, then they can't really attack very well anymore. I kind of like that, because then they won't attack. They might not attack because they'll want to preserve their Tendershoot Dryad. So can play the Shade and Perilous Mirror. My game plan is still to just wait for them to have like 10 Saprolings on board and then Massacre Worm and kill them in one hit.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
So this is funny. I actually don't really want to kill their Tendershoot Dryad, but they don't know that. Like, to them, Tendershoot Dryad is awesome, so they don't want to get rid of it. Okay, Luminarch Aspirant is a problem. That one, because that's going to make the Tendershoot Dryad big. Yep. Well, now we're in a world of hurt. Now we're... So, I'll block one of these so that I can shoot the Luminarch Aspirant, I guess. Trying to figure out if I can not die here. I guess this is the best I can do. Oh, that 1+1/+1 counter on the Tendershoot Dryad might win him the game here.
No one knows the wilds like I do. Okay. Okay. Well, that was a good game one. Playing against green-white. Lots of tokens, so Languish seems like it'll be very good here. What else is going to be good? It's going to be bad. What are we siding out for Languish? Whisper seems pretty good. Could be like Dreadhorde Invasion. They can like pressure our life total pretty well, so... And they have ways of blowing up enchantments, so minimizing how many of those I have. Although, their enchantment hate's just going to be good against me. I mean, I got, like... I have one artifact... another... So, artifact and enchantment count. I have 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. I mean, Prophetic Prison. Blowing a Prophetic Prison is not great, but 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Opponent's deck seems sweet. That's like my favorite deck to draft. The one in the Arena Cube, the one that they're playing, the like Shalai, Tendershoot Dryad, Vivian, just like playing a bunch of really good green-white creatures. Because you can go huge in that deck. Yeah, I'll start with this guy, Glaive Shade. Okay, I will get in for 3. Land. I'll play a Prophetic Prism.
Stockpile. Well, Stockpile's pretty good. Stockpile lets me, like with Blood Artist, pretty nice little combo. Yeah, okay. I'm very happy about the Prophetic Prism getting hit there, because I wouldn't want the hidden Stockpile to get hit. That's the one that I actually care about. Let's go to combat, attack, see if they block. Okay, well, I guess if I had played the Blood Artist first, I could have gotten the death triggers, but I didn't know if they were going to block, and I wanted to make sure I was getting my hidden Stockpile trigger. So I was planning on sacrificing it had they not blocked. So Blood Artist seems like it's going to be pretty good here if they don't have an answer for it. Like this, just draining them. Oh yeah, Felidar Retreat? Sure. This is a creature, Planeswalker. Oh, right. So this is interesting. So I could get this back as a big creature, or I could get it back as a little creature and sack it to get the hidden Stockpile trigger and a Blood Artist trigger. I think just a 5/3 is pretty threatening right now, though. Yeah, I like just making it a 5/3. Trostani. Okay. So, this Felidar Retreat is actually kind of annoying because they can grow their team. Okay, I'm gonna attack with just the Skyclave Shade. Okay, yep, I'm happy with them making that trade. That means I gain 2 and I get my hidden Stockpile trigger. Target player loses a life. You can lose a life. You can lose a life. And then I will Bloodchief's Thirst with Kicker on Trostani. So now my opponent might make a cat here rather than pumping their team. If they make a cat, it's very, very good for me because Massacre Worm. And I'm gonna remember to. Yep. I'm setting a couple of. Actually, a stop on my upkeep doesn't do the thing I want it to because Massacre Worm. Rishkar. Okay, well, Rishkar's pretty good. That makes it so some of their things are gonna get up out of. Oh. Maybe not. Okay, please draw a land. Oh my gosh, their board is so juicy, so perfect for a Massacre Worm. Vivian Reed, okay, sure. Can have Vivian Reed. They're probably gonna blow up my hidden Stockpile.
To lose to you.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice this. Let's hit an untapped land, please. You lose a life. That's an untapped land. All right, so I think that's gonna be the game. To main phase. Okay. Massacre Worm. I think that just kills my opponent. Game. Whew. Massacre Worm is really, like, they go wide, but then they also go tall. So, like, if I can get them after they've gone wide, but before they've gone tall with their creatures, it's very good against them. But it does, like, if they had started putting counters on stuff, then I would be in trouble. Um, hmm. Inscription of Ruin might be good against them. Like a lot of the powerful stuff that they're doing is kind of up the curve. So just like mind rot, like they're just trying to play a lot of like 5 and 6 drops or whatever. So making them discard 2 lands is pretty good. What would I be cutting though? Cut like a. Whisper, maybe? Whisper's just really clunky. Yeah, I'll do that. So Mind Rot effects are generally, like, better against opponents who are playing, like, lots of expensive cards because, A, they are more likely to have, like, good cards in hand when you get around to Mind Rotting them, and then B, yikes. I guess I keep this hand. I'm gonna bottom a Plains because I don't actually have any double white cards, and I do have 2 triple black cards. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, because if I could just like get lands out of my opponent's hand so that they can't cast them, it's good. Hit a bottom, yep. I think most of the things I'm scared of from them cost 5. I'm gonna play Midnight Reaper such that they don't have a good attack, because if they attack now I can block with the Reassembling Skeleton, draw a card, and this uses my mana efficiently. Okay. What would I like to draw here? Village Rites would be good. Cleric is not great, but it's not the worst. Okay, so here, for example, I'm pretty happy to grab the Trostani. That was what I was talking about with a lot of their good stuff on 5. This Amiria's Call is kind of looming, though. That's... I don't know how I beat 2 4/4 flyings. That's pretty good against my deck. Oh, let's get a Massacre Worm, please. Massacre Worm would be so good in this board. Blood Chief's Thirst. Well, I can't really Blood Chief's Thirst because they'll just... Valorous Stance. So, I guess I just pass. Yeah, just pass. Oh, that pumps the Knight of Autumn too. That's pretty cool. My opponent's 1 land away from Amiria's Call. That's spooky. Okay, I'll make blocks like that. Draws me a couple of cards. Do take some damage. Okay, get back my Reassembling Skeleton. Oops. Eldest Reborn's pretty good. Make them sacrifice a knight. Doesn't really get back much yet, though. Maybe I'll save my Eldest Reborn for now. Play Luris and replay a Skyclave Cleric. Could... Blood Chief's Thirst, that doesn't do the way I think I want it to. Okay. Okay, so I'll save the Blood Chief's Thirst for next turn after they, like when they play this Amiria's Call. They'll be tapped out so I can hit either one of the angels or I'm not gonna attack. Guess I could poke in for a point with the Reassembling Skeleton. I might just want it as a blocker though. If they play Amiria's Call, other things get indestructible, so... Yikes. Well, that's a good one. Opponent's deck is sweet. Oh, let's hit a Massacre Worm, please. Massacre Worm would be so strong right now. Turn target creature card, destroy target creature, converted mana cost 3 or less. Okay, so this is a sorcery. These are all sorceries. Okay. From your graveyard to the battlefield. So, Inscription of Ruin doesn't do a ton just yet. I could... I could attack with Luris. And they might trade there. Or they would probably eat my Luris. Oh, but Luris is not 2 or less. I could attack with Skyclave Cleric, see if they eat it. So I'm definitely making them discard because I don't want them to cast this Amiria's Call. I'm just figuring out what else I'm doing here. Well, I guess I'll just get in with... No, I don't even really like that, actually. I'll just make them discard. Sure. So this at least stops them from, they can either Valorant Stance to save it, or... Oh, I guess they couldn't make a token anyway, so it doesn't matter which one I do. I guess I could have Bloodchief Thirsted the Imperious Perfect if I hadn't kicked this, but I kind of want to use that on Ovia Pashiri because that's the one I'm really scared of. So my opponent probably wants... This is interesting. Yeah, they decided to go tall with the Angel of Invention to make themselves less weak to Massacre Worm. Okay, well, I take 9, 10, 11 from the Midnight Reaper draws. Bolus's Citadel. That's interesting. So I think I want to Bloodchief's Thirst the Angel of Invention. I'm pretty confident in that. I don't think I'm Bolus's Citadeling this turn. Skyclave. So this way they don't have great attacks now. Yeah, that's fine. So my game plan again here is to just draw Massacre Worm. That's how I plan on winning this match. Okay, so here... Block one of those. I might have to trade off the Midnight Reaper. Do I also trade off the Luris? I think I have to. Yeah. I don't want to trade off the Brain Maggot, though, because the if I give them Trostani back, then my Massacre Worm is no longer good. Castle Swamp. Neither of those are Massacre Worms. That is also not a Massacre Worm. Okay. Now we're in trouble. Now we are in some trouble here. I can shrink... I can hidden stockpile. Get back reassembling skeleton. The Castle Lochthwain. Sacrifice the skeleton. Get a scry. Okay, Swamp to the bottom. And then Vengeful Rebel. And I can hit the Imperious Perfect here. I don't think this keeps me alive. Attacks. So I have 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3. So they have 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 of their creatures get through. So if I let 3 of their 1/1s through, and then I draw exactly Massacre Worm. Set a stop on my upkeep so I can scry to find the Massacre Worm. So this is kind of funny. I actually don't want to kill these these elves. That's through 3. Leaves me at 1. Could stay at 2 if I give them Trostani. Okay. Okay, now do I scry? Thing is, I kind of need creatures left over because Massacre Worm on its own is not enough. So I don't think I even can scry because they're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. Giving them Trostani was silly. That was a misplay. All right. Well, looks like it's probably irrelevant here, but we'll... Oof. There's the Massacre Worm. If I hadn't given them Trostani, I think I would be in better shape here. I think as it stands, I'm still in quite a bit of trouble. Yeah, because both of these would have died. Yeah, giving them Trostani was a mistake. I didn't think that through all the way. Okay, and now I'm just dead. Alright. That was a good game. fun match. I'll see you all in round 3. Okay, here we are for round 3. I'm on the play. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. Get a Witch's Cauldron going pretty quickly here with like a Dreadhorde Invasion to just keep gaining life. Like that. Or drawing cards, rather. And gaining life. Both. Okay. Yep. Just let my opponent go. Planning on blocking and sacking here. Basri. Okay.
We will persevere.
That's pretty good.
And find our peace. I trust in your abilities.
Block. Sack my army. There's a plains. Like that. So I kind of like playing Doom Foretold here. It's a little awkward because it gets rid of my Dreadhorde Invasion. Or my Witch's Cauldron. Maybe I'm okay with that. I don't really need a sack outlet so much once I already have a Doom Foretold. And these are both really good targets to hit with Doom Foretold, so I'm pretty happy just getting this down now. I'm trying to decide which of my non-land or non-token permanents I'm going to be sacking here, so I can pick between these 3. I'm not going to sack Doom Foretold because that's very good. Mentor, treasure map. Okay, that's pretty good.
My sand will protect.
I'll sacrifice the Dreadhorde Invasion, I think. I don't really want to lose life if I can avoid it, because I have this Bolas's Citadel. Ooh, well, Gutterbones was a good draw. Let's see what I hit off with Prophetic Prism here. Oh, Village Rites, okay. Can play Gutterbones. Yeah. And I actually think I might sacrifice it right away. I really want to hit my land so I can get this Bolas's Citadel in play. So I think I'll go ahead and just sack the Gutterbones right away here. Okay, I didn't hit lands. Massacre Room's pretty good, though. No attacks. My plan for dealing with this Basri. Ooh, wasn't paying attention to the fact that they could emblem it soon. Well, they had a mentor to block, but 1/1, then put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Okay. This is tricky, so I kind of want to be able to attack this Basri, but whatever they... Like, if they play another creature, they can probably block with the army. Or block my army. I'm gonna block to keep my life total high. I think I can beat a Basri ultimate if I have Bolas's Citadel out. Sack the Prophetic Prism. Okay. There's a Plains. Go Eldest Reborn. Make them sacrifice. This way, at least they won't have any creatures when they... Because here they'll sack the Aspirant, and then upkeep they'll probably sack the Mentor to Doom Foretold. So they can get the emblem off of Basri, but I think I can beat that. Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Strong. Okay, yep.
We blaze like the suns. Fight together, and your allies will support you.
Sack the Witch's Cauldron here. Okay. Opponent discards a card. Pay 2 life, and I'm trying to decide if I want to go Massacre Worm or Bolas's Citadel here. Probably Bolas's Citadel. I kind of want to get another thing that I can... from a graveyard. So this can get any of their things as well, so I could even grab like their Basri or something else. I think I just want to start making tokens. Plus the Massacre Worm might get better. Like they might end up playing more stuff. Blood Artist, like that.
You are brains in us. The worthy move as one.
No blocks on that. I think I like Blood Artist more than whatever random thing I'm going to get back here, so I'm going to sacrifice the Eldest Reborn. Okay. I'm going to play that. There's a Luris, that's pretty good. Okay. I'll play Massacre Worm now. So they lose life. No attacks. They have to sack their Ronus. X4. They fighting the Luris? Okay. Yep, that's fine. They lose life, I gain life. Okay.
Your allies will support you.
I think here I might just sack the Doom Foretold. Blood Artist seems like it's gotta be really good with Bolas's Citadel in play. Yeah, I think I really want to keep this Blood Artist in play. Okay. So this you may look at, not play with revealed. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I don't think I can I don't think I can revolt my Vengeful Rebel here, so I'll just go ahead and play it unrevolted. It doesn't do anything. Oh, it does? Oh, I sacked the Doom Foretold. I forgot about that. Oh, well, that's great. Hidden Stockpile seems good. Play a land. Play a Whisper. Perilous Mirror. I can get Gutter Bones back. Replay my Gutter Bones. Play a Skyclave Shade. I could scry, so what's my opponent at right now? They're at 16. Can't quite, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I go no attacks, end turn, make a servo, and then sack my board, and I think my opponent loses. Which opponent loses 10 life, yep. And that should be the game. Get a bunch of Blood Artist triggers. Okay, got some good Boaz's Citadel action. Always like getting a chance to play with that card. What did we see from our opponent? We saw a Basri. They're an aggressive token or counters deck, so I'm playing Languish for sure. That's going to be really good. Eliminate seems pretty good against Basri. Dreadhorde Invasion costs me life, so I don't like that so much. Whisper seems a little slow. Lamia is just a 4/4 life linker that can sometimes get a thing for Luris. That's not very exciting. Or I could get like a Skyclave Shade or a Reassembling Skeleton in the graveyard. It's like fine. What would I cut for it though? I feel like all my other cards are probably just better. Could cut like Gutter Bones for Lamia. To have a life linker. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Alright. Well, can't keep this hand, unfortunately. This one's a little better. Still not ideal, but it's acceptable. I'll bottom the Lamia. Mirrodin's Core, okay. Well, I'll play the Cleric tapped. It's a pretty good draw. Rebound Initiate. It's a strong card. Can attack and exert it. Hit me for 4 lifelink. Yep. No blocks.
kind of don't want to play anything because I'm going to languish next turn. Just pass. Hopefully I'm not telegraphing too hard. If they attack, I'm not going to block because blocking here would really heavily indicate that I have a Wrath effect, and I don't want them to not play out a thing. Like, if I had blocked there, they might not have played that mana, so... Okay... well, I'll go ahead and get in with the Perilous Mirror for 1. And Languish. Unfortunately, Indestructible does not line up favorably against -3, -4, -4. Because if your toughness is below 0, Indestructible doesn't save you. So, what does my opponent have? Primal Might. Okay. Play a Skyclave Shade. I guess I could have played a Blood Artist in case I draw a land, so I could kick the Shade next turn. I didn't think that through. That might have been better. That's fine. Attack with the Shade. Now I'll play a Blood Artist, I guess. Yep. Okay. Bolus's Citadel. Let's go. Murderous Rider. Yeah, I'll just play it out as a creature. Gives me lifelink. Gives me a lifelinker, which is pretty strong. Especially with the Citadel, because I'm going to be low on life. Yep.
You call it anarchy. For me, it's just another day.
Probably fight my Blood Artist.
There'll be
My
nothing but
Skyclave
dust
Shade.
when I'm done.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. Some fun matches. I'll have a lot more Cube content coming up soon, and see you then.